It is day 24, and a pretty marvelous day 24. So let's see, the past 3 days. 3 days ago, so on August 12th, on the 12th, we stayed at home that day. We didn't go out. Um, we I did a bunch of organizing stuff, some recuperation. We watched Iron Man 3 with Chun. Gave it sort of the whole Mystery Science Theater 3000 package deal. And then in the afternoon, we went out with Chun. We went to a bookstore, and we went to one of the more upper class 100 yen stores, which pretty funky, 100 yen, hard to beat. And we went to, ooh, this is the highlight. We met Shun's grandparents. They were very nice. We stopped at their place, and then we went to one of the conveyor belt sushi bars. So cool. So we went in, we took a seat, and next to every seat, so there's this conveyor belt that's working its way through the restaurant. It's just loaded with sushi, all kinds of sushi. And there are just assorted plates that are up for grabs. Anyone can just snatch it off of the sushi line, and then you pay for it later. And there's also a screen next to your thing, next to your seats. And you can say, okay, ooh, I want this, I want that, and you can pick out. And then along the conveyor belt will come that, and it'll have a marking that matches with what your seat is. So you know, oh, that's the sushi you should be getting. Sushi, really good. I mean, why even cook fish? It's pretty solid stuff. Really good. Cool thing about how they do the billing. So you stack all your empty plates, and they come over and put not an actual ruler, but like a card they've made up to the stack of plates. Like, okay, it's that much. They scan the barcode, so they charge you by how many empty plates you have. Apparently, we did not eat nearly as much as Shun says people regularly eat, so we need to up our sushi game. Whoa! Gravity's weird in Japan. Let's see, the day after that. What happened the day after that? So we went out into Osaka again. So we had pretty standard eggs and toast breakfast. The bread is much thicker in Japan. Thicker, good bit fluffier. Lovely. Oh, hey, look at that. That's a cat. I am in Gori's room. Gori is one of the Komatsu's sons, and this is where Michael and I have been graciously allowed to exist and spread. Okay, so Michael and I went out into Osaka, and we wanted to go to this place, Amemura or Amerikamura, and it's a part of Osaka. And apparently, it's where all the hip, cool, fashionable kids go. And we thought, hey, that's not us, but we'd love to see what they're like. So we went there, got there earlier in the morning, and we just started walking by. Like, oh, this looks like an interesting shop. We went in, and it goes way deeper than we thought. We thought it was just gonna be this one room. It went deep. And so the general, so we spent most of the day going into funky clothing stores, like really funky. There's one place, Psychedelic Trippers, and they lived up to their name. Like, it was, whoa, some really colorful clothing. Some of the places were called thrift shops, and that means something else here. And so I think it was in the 70s. Is when like this area, Amerikamura, started becoming a thing. It was rent and buildings were cheap there, and they also got huge shipments of like merchandise and stuff from the States and America. And so this area is a really odd blend of American, Japanese culture, just sort of like mixed together and then like spat out through a hose. It's a really funky place. Really funky. We saw some interestingly dressed people. Even during the day, there are tons of people out, and everyone had said like, "Oh yeah, just wait till night. That's when the place comes alive." I'm like, oh my god, if this is dead, alive, like, there'd be people crawling out of windows and coming out of the woodwork, and so we spent the day around there, sat in Triangle Park for a while. My legs were tired, so I stitched a kraken onto my ukulele case. I'm getting better at that stitching thing. Krakens are everywhere in Japan. And we had nothing but the finest 7-Eleven noodles lunch. I probably already mentioned they have hot water at the convenience stores, so you can do your cup noodle there. I feel like if we had that in the convenience stores in the States, the joke about college students living on ramen would no longer be a joke. It would be a sad, sad reality. But it is stunning what you can get for 116 yen. Whoa! Dinner. We had dinner at a lovely curry place. Japanese curry. Quality stuff. Didn't quite live up to the one in Fukuoka with the egg over it. That has a special place in my heart. But it was solid. It was solid. Let's see what was interesting. More. So that was yesterday. We came back, took the metro. It's a pretty nice metro. Oh, walking back. So when we walked back, we were walking through Osaka. So when we came there, we took the Hankyu line from Takarazuka, where we are 45 minutes outside of Osaka. We went to Osaka Umeda Station, and then we had to take a local subway from there to Shinsaibashi, and that was right by Imamura. But back, we just walked from Imamura to the Umeda Station, which was in like an hour walk. So that was one at night in those streets. There were a few people, but nothing, like pretty much empty. So that was nice to just walk through that. Michael is teaching me French, and yeah. So the ride back was mostly him talking to me in French, or explaining phrases in French. I'll remember something by the end of this. It's pretty fun. Is this thing up? Got back, went to bed. Today. It was pretty interesting. So we, Kaz took us sailing with his friend. So Sam, his good friend Sam, has a sailboat, and he and his other, so we, Sam picked us up, us and Kaz, and then another friend of theirs. We went to their sailboat, and they're all pretty solid sailors. We went out to sea, well, not too far out to sea. We could still like see like all of the city area. It was just lovely being on a sailboat. It's like woody rock waves, ocean, breeze. It's lovely. Slightly sunburnt knees, but nothing else. Like there's no part of my body except for slightly sunburnt knees. The rest is all gone. It's gone. So sailing was lovely. It was very kind of Sam and Kaz to invite us to the boat. We had a lovely sushi lunch. Then Michael and I got to drive the boat a little bit. Only crashed. Never! Because we are competent in a general speaking manner. So that happened. Lovely time. When we came back, we went to the bathhouse again. A lovely relaxing time. Then to Sam's house. He's a jazz musician. He let me play his ukulele. He has a very nice ukulele. Toro. The very excellent Japanese movie about Pearl Harbor was playing, and yeah, Tora. I think that's the name of it. Didn't understand it. He was in Japanese, as Japanese movies tend to be. But we talked for a bit. It's lovely. Sam is also a biker. Back in his prime, he did 300 kilometers in one day of biking. That's impressive. And yeah, that's most of today. We've made it back we've made it back to the most part. And, oh, oops, the camera slipped. Oh, what do you know? It's pointing at patches. These mysterious patches that I keep talking about. That was a pretty slick segue. This is the Romania one. There's, ooh, fancy Irish one. This one, so there's contingent patches. So like that's Irish contingent, Romanian contingent, Egypt contingent. Some of them have extra stuff. So out of all the Irish troops, each of them got one of these, depending what they were. So what I can, Donert, Kapur. So you have to get all of these, and it makes a set. A Bermuda Triangle. What? Colombia is pretty slick. Hungary, got them at the last second. Luxembourg, rather interesting. Not a contingent patch, but Syrian. South African flag. Austria, Cambodia. This one, this is a lovely butterfly one. I got that from Brunei. Didn't know Brunei was a place. But now I know. And I know a guy from Brunei. Lovely man. Richie. Welsh flags. Incredibly rare. There's only 1,800 of them left in the world. And yes, that is now. Then will be soon, but not before now. Goodbye, everybody.